Check this.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hi, it's 10:30 in the morning. Well, 10:37. I'm a little late coming in here today. But hey, good morning. How are you? Glad to hear you. Glad to see you. If you'd like to join me today, I would love it, actually. Tell me what encourages you every day is the question. Happy Taco Tuesday, says Tura Arsala. We have a great guest at 4:30 and 4:45 today. We also have breaking news about Thursdays. So I don't know what please means, but that's okay. So basically today, Lee's Hawaiian shirt. Are you on vacation? Of course I'm on vacation. You know I am. Good morning, Meg. Good morning to you both. I'm glad you're on. Glad you're here. We got other people signing in and saying hello. Gerard Piccolo, how are you, sir? Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to go to the shelf right over here. I don't know what I'd do if I ever looked over here at the shelf with all my books that I have. I have thousands of books on this wall. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my little book of wisdom, huh? This is my joy. This is what brings me joy. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. These little books, little pieces of wisdom from my little book of wisdom. One who makes no mistakes never makes anything. How about that? One who makes no mistakes never makes anything. Think about that for a second. All right. If a June night could talk, it would probably boast that it invented romance. We've done that one before. That's from Byrne Williams. I don't know if that's fine. Here we go. Obstacles are what a person sees when he takes his eye off his goal. Think about that. That's an encouraging word for today. No doubt about that. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to like and share, especially if you liked that little quote. The quote was, obstacles are what a person sees. Obstacles are what a person sees when he takes his eyes off his goal, or off the prize, as they say, eyes off the prize. That's Joseph Kosman. Joseph Kosman. Eugene, probably. I don't know. Just kidding. I'm going to give you one more today because I don't have any guests, and I'm just going to be talking about encouragement and how fun encouragement can be. I might even send a little thing to my friend Clark Crawford. It is very dangerous to go into eternity with possibilities which one has oneself prevented from becoming realities. A possibility is a hint from God. That's Soren Kierkegaard. Soren Kierkegaard. I'll put the book up for now. That's our little book of wisdom time here on Be Encouraged. Tell me what's encouraging to you guys. I've been very encouraged over the last couple of days. Yesterday and then last week because, and you like my shirt? Tora likes my shirt. And that's all that matters. I thought that was a pocket too, but it's not. Here's my pocket with my phone in it. So Tura, he loves shirts like this. He would wear one of these in a minute. Only if it was redder, though. He likes the red shirts. So anyway, we're talking today about liking and sharing, first of all. We're also going to talk today, this morning, about what is it that encourages you? I would love it if you would comment down and below, as far as you guys are looking at Facebook, watching this program. Comment what it is that encourages you. I'd really love to hear that, and it might encourage somebody else if you take the time to pop that up there for us. I know sometimes people encourage me, people and what they're doing in the world, especially at this time that we're having with the pandemic. Sorry, I just ate a popcorn ball and it's still sticking in my teeth. But it was good. Good morning breakfast, popcorn ball. All right. Sorry. I'm distracted by Tori. He's commenting to things that I'm saying. And he does love blue, ladies and gentlemen. He loves the blue right here, especially. This is really good. And anyway, so I crack myself up, folks. I hope you can give me a comment that can crack me up too. I think that we ought to have a competition like that one of these days. Everyone makes their comments and sees if they can make me laugh. And if they can't, they owe me $1. If they can, I owe them $1. How about that? Buck number 1, buck number 2. So what is it that encourages you? I know over the last couple of weeks, we've been doing some shows that with guests that Tura has booked. Some I've asked him to find out if he can book them, and some he's just brought to the table, which have been fantastic. Most of them we've asked, we've wanted to have people who are working in their communities and giving back and supporting and helping out in their communities. And so Tura has done a really good job of finding a lot of different people who are in the middle of doing those kinds of things. And it's been a great encouragement to me, because some people are just doing unbelievably glorious things in their communities and really helping to rise people up and helping to encourage people in what are really kind of, for some people, very destitute times. And so they've had the opportunity to go to these homes, drop off food, drop off games, drop whatever needs, whatever the families are looking to do to kill the monotony, which is, of course, something that's the monotony is very dangerous, I guess is the word to say, because it can really get you down. I mean, you're sitting and doing the same thing every morning, and it just drives you nuts sometimes. So a lot of times you need something from the outside to, whether it's conversation, whether it's a show like this. And I appreciate, I've heard lots of people say that this has actually been an encouragement. And of course, that's what that's what my aim is, for this to be an encouraging show. And we love everybody out there. So one of the things Tura says that encourages him, the fact that you always have awesome shows and folks giving back to our community. Well, that's because of you, Tori. You're the one that gets those people on the show with us today. So we have a young man named Akash, and his colleague Yusuf Popal will be our afternoon guest today on Be Encouraged at 4:30. So I invite you all to tune in. That should be a good boost to your happiness, because an encouragement, because they're doing stuff in the community that just a lot of people aren't doing. But there's a lot of people stepping up, and it's been exciting to see. I know that one of my favorite things is a local radio station called WGTS, and they have the drive-through difference on Thursdays, where their listeners go through the drive-through and pay for the person in the line behind them. And just the show of the joy that it brings to the families that are paying and the families that are receiving, families that are giving and receiving, is just outpouring. I mean, and they call and they just go, wow, I can't believe this is so much fun. We're going to do this again. Or I can't believe it was just the right moment that I needed something. I was kind of down, and or this is a bad day. I just brought my son home from chemotherapy, and we got someone paid for our lunch because he wanted to go to McDonald's, which is something I'm inclined to let him do when he's had to go through that kind of thing. And these are encouraging times when you have that kind of thing going on. You never know whose heart you're going to touch. But, some people would say he knows whose heart you're touching, and he puts you in those positions. So, whether it's coincidence or whether it's providence, I believe it's providence. But I believe everything we do in this world, if we are giving our hearts to a spiritual entity, is providence. So, and the difference between providence and coincidence, or providence and destiny, is providence is God ordered. So God ordered is providence. So anything that happens to you that you feel like God has ordered, that's providential. So just remember that. I'm not going to give you all a big old theology discussion because, first of all, I'm ill-equipped to do that, first of all. And second of all, even though that is an encouraging part of our lives, spirituality, we're talking about we're talking about encouragement that's an everyday, which also spirituality is too. But and it's hard for me to keep away from that. Yvette Money is working hard to find a studio space for us here at More Joy. We would love it. We hope that it's going to work out really well. If anyone wants to be on our show, let me give you a little banner with our main man's email address, and he's the guy you want to email. There's Tura Arsala. Just go to Tura Arsala. That's 2 A's in there. Don't forget. Now, that's my problem. Sometimes I go to email Tura and I put in Tura Arsala. Forget the other A. So don't forget the other A, or else the email won't go through. And then don't forget 2020. Sometimes I get the name all correctly, and then I don't put the 2020. It's just a mess. I'm a mess. That's all it is. That's why I have Tura scheduling, because I'm a mess. But this is the email. If you feel like if you have something encouraging to speak to us about, that's more than just a quick story. I mean, even though those are fine too, we'd love to hear from you. Give Tura a call. Let him know what he's got going on, and see if we can't help that out. Meg Southard said that what encourages her to pay it forward, she paid an elderly man's groceries, and he literally cried with joy. Seeing that picture is inspiring and encouraging. I've heard similar stories to Meg's, where you're standing in line and you see that person in front of you is just kind of digging. They probably have the money, but they're digging for it. And instead of having them dig, you say, ma'am, you know what? Let me pick this up for you. Well, I have the money. No, I'm sure you do. I just feel like something I want to do, and that can be very awesome at times. Very awesome. We had a great show last night. Meg is reminding me, which is one of the things I was talking about, being encouraged. Very encouraged. Last night we had on Tony Anzalone, and he is with Bianchi Carpets, and they are working so hard to help businesses get open back up in a safe way. They do microbial fogging, and for restaurants, gyms, and I forget the third one, that's the key places that need to be fogged. And they lay down this microbial fog that the EPA has totally backed 100%. And they say that 99.99% of all COVID-2, which is what causes COVID-19, or what initiates COVID-19, kills those virus cells and those bacteria that cause that. And so you can have that fogged in your restaurant or wherever. I mean, if you wanted to fog your house, he could come and do that too. But it was great having him on, because he's just what he's doing, and he's not charging what everybody else is charging. He's charging much less because he knows, and he wants people to know that this is the best way to go. This is the best product that you can put in your house or your business to keep everybody safe. And no one's going to get COVID in the restaurant from anything having to do with the restaurant. Now, we still need to be careful, of course, being in close proximity to other people. Make sure that you're not around anybody with a mask, and you want to admonish people who don't wear their masks. I'm serious. I'm sorry. You don't want to start a fight, obviously, but you want to say something about, you want to definitely say something about people not wearing masks. Say, dude, could you please put on a mask? It's for my safety, not yours. And that's what I've been doing, as being a lung transplant patient for the last year. I definitely have had to tell people, especially during only time with this pandemic. I wear my mask, but during this pandemic time, I've told people, please, sir, I'm a lung transplant recipient and I don't have an immune system. Can you put a mask on, please? Thank you. I've done that a couple of times. And so, it's hard to do that because you don't want to be, for me, because I'm a touchy-feely guy. I'm not really the in-your-face kind of person. I mean, I know how to do that. I can do that. I've worked in jobs where I had to do that. But it's not my preference, especially if I don't know the person and they're not causing really any trouble, but they are if they're not wearing a mask. I try and just encourage them to do that. So Russ McIntosh came on with us last night, and he was fantastic. Love talking to him. He's got so much going on. He's the PR public relations person for Patriots Bar and Grill in Fairfax off Main Street. And he's talking about Patriot, how good they're doing, how they're coming up, although they're not going to be doing karaoke ever again. Just kidding. Just not anytime soon. Which makes my friend Torres sad, but that's okay. He'll have to boo-hoo later. But Russ was on last night, did a great job with us, and we appreciated him coming on to the program, talking about a lot of the stuff they're feeding people in hospitals and helping out with some other organizations who are feeding people. And they've done a great job, a bang-up job, and I appreciate everything. He was going to come back on also because he's the president, I think, or something of that nature, with the local business group, whatever they call that in a town. Anyway, doesn't matter. But he's, heads up and helps them put together events and things like that. So it's it just raced through my head again and I couldn't catch it. Something to do with employment. Tour's giving me a hard time. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's going on as far as last night. Nova Nation was a great show. You can see it every Monday night at 7:00. We're looking at maybe extending that to more nights than just one. Instead of Monday nights, we'll do it on Mondays, maybe in Thursdays, so we can plan out people's weekends for them, help them out with that, because that's what More Joy's program called Nova Nation is all about. Nova Nation is all about working with the local restaurants and bars, entertainment venues, and helping people understand where are the best deals, where's the best food, what events are coming up and going on. These are all things that we're going to be starting to promote with Nova Nation, and we'll let you guys know where are the food specials, the drink specials, whatever else that's in the event specials. And we'll even be having a lot of we're going to be having, like when they have events and there's a cover charge, you'll have a pass to get in without paying the cover charge. We'll have some of those to give away on shows when we have Nova Nation going. And we'll also have drink specials, and we'll also have, gift cards and gift certificates for especially, I think we'll always have buy one, get ones from different restaurants. So lots of BOGOs going out. Those are cheap and easy. Restaurants love it. So it brings in one person and at least to enjoy the food that they've got out. And if the food is really good, guess what? Those people are coming back. So there's no question about that. And maybe if they continue to watch Nova Nation, they can keep getting BOGOs. It's a great. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know how I feel about it either. When you take your date out and you hand somebody a coupon, I don't know. It's like, you're kind of a cheap son of a gun, aren't you? Anyway, I don't know. That's a good question people would have. I have to ask my friend Amy and some of the other ladies around saying, let me ask you something. If you're out on a first date with a guy and the check comes and you see the guy pull out a coupon and put it in with the check, does that offend you, or does that, do you think that's cool because he's frugal, or is it just kind of weird altogether? I don't know. It's kind of weird. We're not going to do raffles. We're going to give giveaways, man. There's no reason to do raffles. We're going to do giveaways. And that's how that's going to happen. Pretty soon here, More Joy is going to be doing the Kickstarter. So I hope I can get everybody to share with their family and friends and say, listen, $5, everybody $5 would be good. And anybody who donates $5 is going to get something from us. But actually, if we go up to 15, you get a nice mug, More Joy mug. And thanks for kickstarting us, or something like that. Haven't decided exactly what kind of gifts for the different donation levels, but Kickstarter is going to be happening for sure, folks, because More Joy wants to blow up. We want to get big in this community. We want to be community leaders, and we want to be in a place where people come to us for encouragement, for advice, for education, for inspiration. I mean, it's kind of our mantra as far as it's called EIEIO. That's called encouragement, inspiration, entertainment or education, and what was the last one? I'm drawing a blank, folks. Forgive me. But yeah, so intelligence, that's not it, but we'll have it. EIEIO, and then that's so we can bring us all into a community of oneness. Yay, that sounds very yin and yang. But this is a good point to that. Now, of course, you'll get one, Tora, if you donate. So we're going to do mugs first for the first level, which is probably going to be like $15 or something like that. Maybe 20. Maybe we'll do $20 as our first level. But anybody can give at any level, and we'll have something for everybody. We get autographed pictures of me if you give anything less than $25. How about that? Is that what you would look forward to? But the cool thing is, I think this is how I understand the Kickstarter will go. Is thank you, Meg, and she said we had a good show today. I don't know if it's just me rambling's a good show or not, but that's okay. That's what I like to do. So basically, the way Kickstarter works, though, I understand, is there's different giving levels, and for each level, there's something that you have as a business that you're giving back to the person who's donating. So, but if you give, for instance, say you give it the $100 level, and that's 4 levels up, you get all the different things down the line. For instance, like say there's a mug, then there's a shirt, then there's a pen set or something like that. I don't know. But you get all of those things if you give the higher amount. That's kind of cool. I was impressed. I'm definitely going to go to Kickstarter and do some donating of my own. So, and that's going to be exciting because it's cool. You get something, and you get to be a part of. You get to be a part of that business that you've just donated to in the Kickstarter. So that's exciting and that's a lot of fun. So I encourage you guys to help us out, and I hope that we can put something together here in the very quick new future of More Joy Radio, More Joy Media, which More Joy Radio is a part of, which Be Encouraged is a part of, which Nova Nation, LMB show, and Trivia Extravaganza. All of those shows are part of the More Joy Media portfolio, and we hope to continue doing it. So, all right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in today. We're going to go ahead and bounce out of here, and we'll see you today at 4:30, where we have some outstanding guests, and that Mr. Tora has put together. Akash and his partner. Let me see here. Yes, Akash and his colleague Yusuf Popal are going to be the afternoon guests. So let's tune in if you want with that. And we will get back to you, and we'll put the show on the air 4:30 p.m. today on this Tuesday, this Taco Tuesday. And we invite you to join in with the discussion this afternoon at 4:30. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I'm only saying that it feels right.